Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Fierce, untamed, and more powerful than ever. The 2025 Ford Mustang Boss isn't just a car, it's a declaration of muscle, performance, and unmistakable American heritage. When you hear that name, a Bosser, you don't just think of Mustang, you think of a chapter in automotive history where raw power met unrelenting attitude. And in 2025, that legacy evolves into something both futuristic and ferociously traditional, paying homage to its roots while looking miles ahead. This car doesn't whisper, it roars through design, through engineering, and through presence. Park it anywhere, and it commands attention. Even standing still, the Mustang Boss looks like it's pushing forward, ready to leap from the pavement with a controlled aggression that turns heads and tightens grips. The front end is low and menacing, with sculpted lines that echo the classic Boss models of the early 70s, yet every inch is modern. The LED signature lighting cuts through the dark like a knife, and the massive grille emblazoned with that iconic Mustang badge lets everyone know this isn't some quiet cruiser. This is performance with a pulse. Around the back, it's more of the same story. The triple bar taillights glow like a beacon, unmistakably Mustang. A large rear diffuser, quad exhausts, and an aggressive rear spoiler complete the look, and not just for style, but for aerodynamic function. It's wider, it's lower, it's better balanced. And when that engine fires up, all doubts disappear. This is not an evolution. This is a rebirth. Pop the hood, and you're greeted by something extraordinary. The Boss doesn't settle for average. Ford has equipped it with a performance-tuned version of their 5.0-liter Coyote V8, enhanced, refined, and paired with track-ready components. You're looking at around 500 horsepower, maybe more depending on the trim and tuning. This is naturally aspirated muscle the way it was meant to be: raw, responsive, and ready to scream at 7,500 RPM. No turbos, no gimmicks, just pure, mechanical fury. For those who crave the ultimate experience, a 6-speed manual gearbox is still here. Short throws, heavy clutch, and a connection to the car that no paddle shifter could ever replicate. Step inside, and you'll find a cockpit that balances retro cues with futuristic tech. Ford has done something truly special with the interior. It still feels like a Mustang, driver-focused, performance-inspired, but it's smarter, sharper, and more immersive. A huge curved display spans the instrument cluster and infotainment system, running on Ford's latest sync software, with crisp animations and real-time performance data. But it's not all touch screens and tech. Real knobs, real switches, and optional Recaro seats wrap you in bolstered, racing-ready confidence. The leather is premium, the stitching is bold, and carbon fiber accents remind you this car is made for business. Driving the 2025 Boss is like grabbing the leash of a wild animal. It snarls, it lunges, it begs to be unleashed. Ford's MagniRide adaptive suspension system reads the road 1,000 times per second and adjusts in real time, allowing you to transition seamlessly from street to track. Take a sharp corner at speed, and you'll feel the chassis stiffen just enough to keep you planted. The steering is precise, heavier than your average sports car, and exactly what enthusiasts want. Brake feel is aggressive, confidence-inspiring, with massive Brembo calipers bringing everything to a halt in dramatic fashion. But the real magic is in how the car makes you feel. There's something visceral, almost nostalgic, about flooring a Mustang Boss on a backroad. The way the rear tires dig into the pavement, the way the exhaust note builds and bellows, the way you grin uncontrollably every time you downshift and rev match. This car isn't trying to be a luxury coupe. It's not trying to be European. It's not apologizing for being loud, proud, and a little over the top. And that's exactly why it works so well. Ford didn't just build a car, they built a symbol. A reminder that driving should be about more than just getting from point A to point B. It should be an experience. It should make your heart race, your palms sweat, your mind forget the stresses of everyday life. And the Mustang Boss delivers that in spades. But it's not just for purists. It's also smart. With track apps built right into the dash, you can monitor G-forces, lap times, and engine vitals without ever taking your hands off the wheel. Launch control and line lock help you get the perfect start at the strip, while customizable drive modes let you fine-tune everything from throttle response to steering weight. Whether you're carving through mountain roads, attacking your favorite track, or just showing off in a parking lot, the Boss adapts to you. In terms of design, the 2025 Mustang Boss balances retro aggression with modern sophistication. The long hood and short deck are classic muscle proportions, but the detailing is sharper, more purposeful. Large vents serve real cooling functions. The stance is athletic, with wider fenders that hug the performance tires like a bodybuilder flexing under pressure. Every surface has a purpose. Every angle tells a story. And let's talk about the sound. That engine note, it's intoxicating, deep, thunderous, and unmistakably V8. At idle, it growls. At full throttle, it screams. And thanks to active exhaust, you can adjust the volume depending on your mood or your neighbors. But trust us, you're going to want it loud. Fuel economy? Honestly, who cares? If you're buying a Boss Mustang, you're not worried about MPG, you're chasing miles per hour. But even with all that power, Ford has made it surprisingly drivable. Smooth at low speeds, not punishing over bumps, and refined enough for daily use if you've got the stomach for it. This isn't some stripped-down track rat. It's a fully formed machine, capable of giving you chills at 20 miles per hour or 120. Pricing is expected to land in the mid-$50,000s and up, depending on options. Yes, that's a lot for a Mustanger, but this isn't your average pony car. This is a Boss. And when you compare it to European sports coupes offering similar performance, it's still an insane value. You're getting history, horsepower, and a hell of a lot of personality. The 2025 Ford Mustang Boss proves that muscle cars aren't dead. They're evolving. They're smarter, sharper, and just as rowdy as ever. In an age where electrification and automation threaten to sanitize the thrill of driving, the Boss shows up like a middle finger to the mundane. It's a love letter to speed, to sound, to the connection between man and machine. And while the Mustang lineup continues to branch out with EcoBoosts, GTs, Mach-S, and even hybrids in the works, the Boss remains true to the core. It's gasoline-fueled defiance. It's an anthem for gearheads. And it's proof that the American V8 still has a pulse.